I think both of us know what's about to happen. You are going to come with me to the other side of the garden and get up on the horse I have waiting for us by the cherry blossoms. Shh. You do not want to test me, Miss Alma. And besides, you should thank me for whisking you away. After all, now you don't have to marry that greedy, fat pig. I would be very careful with whom you choose to strike. Do we understand each other? Move. I can have anything I want if I release you? It might come as a surprise. But money and privilege? Not even your father's power can save you from this. Is that so? You know what I am, princess. And what is that? A spineless Ronin. Call me whatever you want. I don't much care for your opinion anymore. You're a little girl who hasn't so much as stepped her silk slipper outside of the palace walls, and you think you can question my character? No. A warrior has only one judge of honor. Himself. Get up. Or what? You insolent brat, I've almost forgotten how... Get up. Before I make you. Now be a good girl and stay still while I blindfold you. I hope you're not still afraid of the dark. I'm the most evil bastard abductor you've ever met. If I knew you would be this talkative, Hime-sama, I would have done as my master suggested and gagged you from the start. I'll die for this. A samurai does not fear death. Wake up. Wake up, Koishi. For a bride-to-be who's just been abducted, you seem very comfortable sleeping in another man's arms. No, don't get all flustered now. I was just beginning to enjoy the virtue and decorum of high society. Oh, I know all about it. Despite what you might think. A den of vipers, the lot of you. You're no different. I don't know you? Scares you that I might, doesn't it? You can take that blindfold off now. We're here. Our camp for tonight. Don't get any ideas about running. We are miles away from the closest village. Surrounded by a forest inhabited by all kinds of wild beasts. Maybe even a yokai or two. The only predator here is me. Careful, Hime-chan. I do love a good hunt. Enough. I need to tend to the horse. Go over there and do whatever it is that a lady of your stature does. Sit down, keep your mouth shut, and look pretty. I'm sure the hard ground can't beat the soft silk sheets in your father's estate, but you'll just have to do like everyone else. One always gets used to the stone against one's back. I thought I told you to sit down. You won't take orders from a low-life Ronin like me? Suit yourself. Don't complain when you can't ride tomorrow. I'll just hog-tie you to the saddle then. Yes, we still have a long way to go. If everything goes to plan, we'll reach the Osaka mountain range in 3 days. Why am I doing this? I suppose I could tell you. It's not as if you have any power to change the outcome of history now. You are nothing more than a pawn in a larger game, Princess. Yes. I guess you could say that I have a personal stake in it. After all, a low-life scum looks no further than his own gains, right? It just so happens that my new master's intentions align with my own. To make the clan of Takagawa fall. And that's where you come in, Precious. You still don't understand, do you? Then let me put it plainly. Hime-sama, you are the daughter of the Emperor's war general, correct? These are dark times. Surely you've heard the rumor that the shogunate wants to weaken the Emperor's defense against the current Mongol invasion. And what would weaken Emperor Takagawa more than to have his most trusted war general distracted by the disappearance of his only daughter? Not to mention his counselor, who was to be wed to that very same girl. Now you're starting to get it. By the gods, if it weren't for... What did you just call me? What did you just say? Taisuke-kun. I haven't heard that name in a very long time. I'm surprised you remembered. After all, it has been 16 years since we used to play as children. Yes. My mother was the Emperor's favorite courtesan. Right up until she outgrew her usefulness. I'm touched you still recall. You're mistaken, Hime-sama. I'm not that same little boy you once knew. Quite the opposite. If you think that our shared history will make me merciful, then you're a fool. But we were friends? How could we have been friends? I loathed you back then. The way you always wanted to take the lead, running around and climbing the sakura trees in the palace garden, throwing small rocks at me, ordering me to dance for you like a slave to your whims. You were an unruly brat with a temper unworthy of your station. No? Oh, you remember our childhood differently. Ah. I was a sniveling weakling who needed to toughen up. How thoughtful of you, Hime-sama. To take such a task upon yourself. I still have a scar above my brow from where you struck me with a fan, you know. I could repay the favor. Don't tempt me. The difference, it seems, is that I grew up in my years away from the palace, while you stayed high-handed and spoiled. Just like I knew you would. A haughty little girl with a silver tongue. Oh, you're not a little girl? You're a woman now? Really? And what makes you think that? You, who've never seen more of the world than that of your own province. A sheltered little princess who's lived her whole life by the edge of her golden combs and finery, and whose only purpose is to be married off to some hideous brute twice her age. You insist on being a woman. Prove it then. You have no idea what you've just started. Fuck, I hate you, princess. So much. The feeling is mutual. Show me.